You are the father.
My husband calls me fat, ugly bitch. He calls me a whore. He says I'm a worthless, lazy ass. I'm tired of putting up with it every single day. It hurts me, and I wish he would stop.
My boyfriend always calls me names, like fat, stupid, and ugly. I wish he would stop. He's really killing me.
My fiance calls me fat and lazy. Tells me he'd rather me be bulimic and skinny. I can't believe he'd put my life at risk just so I could be thin.
When these women got married, they never expected their own husbands to wind up making them feel like they're not good enough. Today, those women are here, and they're going to ask their husbands, what is this with the humiliation? This is Beatrice. Beatrice has been married 2 years. She says since the honeymoon, her life has been hell because her husband, Sean, humiliates her every chance he gets. Tell me what he does. What has upset you enough to come and be with us today?
He calls me a fat, ugly bitch. He says I'm a whore when I try to go look for a job.
That's a good feeling to make you go look for a job like that. Can tell how upset you are. What else? Here, hon. What else?
He calls me a spick.
Is it because, is he Hispanic?
No, he's white.
Well, if he, you know, if he doesn't like Hispanics, why did he marry one? Did you ask him?
No, he says he does it out of anger, that I make him angry for him to call me a spick.
Do you call him names?
I react when he calls me names. I admit that.
He makes fun of her figure, tells her she's stupid, tells her she's a bad mother, and says he won't sit here with her because she's a low-life couch potato and that spick, I guess. How does it make you feel?
Well, it makes me angry, and it hurts me.
It's very disrespectful, isn't it? You know? And when you cry, what does he do?
Tells me to shut up, that I'm just being a baby.
I think one of the problems also is he won't introduce her to his friends and made fun of her to his boss at a restaurant. I don't know how anybody can engender respect when that kind of thing happens. He's also always telling you you shouldn't eat certain things?
Yeah, that I need to lose weight, and I'm trying to watch my figure.
Now, have you left him because of this?
I've tried to leave him many times.
What happens? Why do you go back?
He begs me to stay. He says he's going to change.
Well, let's find out what's going on in the relationship. Can we bring Sean out? Okay, now you dry those eyes. Sean, come on out. Sean, what's going on here? You heard what your wife has said. Many of us take our marriage vows very, very seriously, but I've never heard that making somebody feel bad is a way to honor and cherish. That's not honoring and that's not cherishing. What's wrong? What happened?
She just pisses me off.
Why?
I can't do what I want to do. I have to ask where I'm going. I got to tell who I'm calling. I got to say what I talked about.
It's called marriage.
No, that's called. Well, it's just like I'm staying
when
at my
you're
mom's
married,
house.
you have a certain responsibility to let the other person know where you are and that you're safe. That's not a bad thing. When you're a kid, you can go where you want to go and do what you want to do. But you have a child, don't you?
Yes.
You have responsibilities. So why the name calling?
It's just a way of expressing my anger. I'd rather call her name and I don't want to hit her.
Why? What about humiliating her in public? Why did you do that in public?
It's just a way to get her to keep quiet so we don't argue anymore.
Stand up.
Okay, let me say something. This is my husband right here. We're not married. But 6 years we're gonna be together. He has to know, call me, I don't care, you could go hang out, do what you gotta do. But you call me so I know where you're at, just in case any emergency, okay?
And name calling demeans us all. It really does. Calling anybody a name demeans us all. Beatrice, tell him how you feel. I've told him how you feel. You tell him. Look at him and tell him how you haven't looked at him since he's been out there. Look at him and tell him what this makes you feel like and what you'd like him to do.
Sean, this hurts me. I'm tired of putting up with it. I've tried to leave so many times. And you tell me you're gonna change and you don't. Please, would you stop doing this to me?
Yes, but it takes two to change. It ain't all just me, and you gotta realize that. Yes, I do love her.
I give a lot. I give a lot. And you know I do. I take care of our daughter every day. She depends on me. She don't go to you, she comes to me.
I'm never there, I'm always working.
Yeah, and if you don't want me being your mother, then you can cook your own dinner and clean up your own mess.
I do anyways, don't I?
Why call her a spick? Why do that?
I don't mean it, I just say it because I know it gets to her.
Gets to a lot of us. Gets to a lot of us. Meet Patricia. She and her fiancé James have just had a baby together. This should be the happiest time of your life. She says things haven't worked out that way. When we were talking to Beatrice, you were crying, Patricia. What's the problem between you and James?
Ever since we've had the baby, it's changed. He tells me that I'm bossy, and he humiliates me, and he puts me down. Tells me everything's changed since we've had the baby because I've gained weight.
He says if she does not lose this weight, he is going to leave her. Well, now what is this about him wishing you were bulimic? You don't. That's a bad disease. You wouldn't wish anybody to be bulimic, right?
We were watching, I don't know what talk show it was, and it's about girls with disease eating orders, and I told him I can't believe someone would do that to themselves just to please a man. And he said, but that's okay, she's skinny, at least she's skinny. And I said, so you're telling me that you'd rather me be skinny? And, well, you'd be skinny, and I'm like, can you understand people die from that? Oh, I wouldn't let it go that far.
Well, it isn't a matter that it's a serious disease. Is there a lot of name calling?
He calls me fat and lazy. A lot of it's like when he tells me he's not attracted to me anymore. I mean, we have no sex life unless he watches a porno or he sees a pretty girl.
Let's bring James out. James, come on out. James, you have said that you are going to leave her if she doesn't lose the weight. We're talking 20 pounds. That's not a great deal here.
No, it's not necessarily if she loses the weight. It's if she gains any more weight. That's what I'm worried about.
What's wrong with the way she looks now?
It's not the way she looks now. It's when we're alone. And she wants to get romantic and everything. I can't get romantic if I'm not attracted to her. And I don't want to leave her. I just rather she loses the weight.
You are not attracted to her at all?
I am, but I'm not as attracted to her when I first met her. Because when I first met her, she was, real attractive and she looked real good, and she turned me on.
Go ahead.
First of all, you called her a fat, ugly bitch. I don't see you looking all that. You don't call somebody a name like that. And second of of all, she carried your baby for 9 months. You come back, carry your baby for 9 months, and then you tell me that how she's supposed to lose the weight. You don't come and say that she's fat and looking all ugly.
She doesn't even try, though.
So what? No, you shouldn't even be talking because you never carried a baby for 9 months. You don't know how it feels, all the pain and pressure she's gone through. You shouldn't talk.
We'll be right back.
I know I'm not ugly, and I hate it when I go out. Guys go, "Whoo, hey baby." You know, it's like, what the hell's going on here? Why can't I get it at home? I live with this man every day. He should love me.
Bitches, I'm really worried about you. You've been sitting here crying the whole time. Are you all right?
No, I'm not.
What's wrong?
I left 7 times, and he's begging me to come back and stay. I don't talk with my mom anymore because of you.
I have your mother on the phone. Would you talk to your mother? Would you?
I'm pathetically sorry for the things I've done. You know, I almost destroyed myself. I have some strict advice to you women right now, man. Leave. Walk away.
This is Tina. She's been living with Larry for 4 years. You have a child together, too, right? They have a home. Tina thought that all her dreams had come true, but the dream has really soured because she says he is constantly putting her down and calling her names. Tina, what does he do? I mean, what does he call you?
He calls me bitch, sweat hog.
What is sweat hog?
Well, in my definition, it's a very large or obese woman in a muumuu with sweat pouring off of her, that she's so lazy she can't walk because of...
So you're the third person here today that the weight is an issue. You do not appear to me to be overweight.
Yeah, I'm chunky, yeah. And I've never been thin, but, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much a person weighs. It's all external. What I am in the inside is what matters.
That's right. I think the main thing in your case is that he thinks you're ignorant.
Not only ignorant, stupid, I can't do anything right. I don't clean house right, I don't do laundry right, I can't cook. I can't even cook macaroni and cheese to him. I mean, I'm just stupid. I mean, all in a ball. So I question myself, then why do you stay? I've asked him, why do you stay?
Right. Why do you stay?
Why do I stay? I think a lot of it has to do with insecurity. Not only from Larry, but guys like them, too. You guys, you don't have a clue what's going on. It's like the same type of guy. They're thin, they're, you know, halfway attractive. I'm not saying you guys aren't good looking, but they get with us women that are chunky. So I think they boost up their morale by putting us down. You know, are you more of a man by saying that? I mean, I'm so sick and tired of being, you know, this ugly, you know, I feel ugly, and I know I'm not. I know I'm not ugly, and I hate it when I go out, guys go, "Whoo, hey baby," you know, it's like, what the hell's going on here? Why can't I get it at home? I live with this man every day. He should love me. He knows me inside and out. I do everything I can for him. I'm emotionally there for him, and he can't be there for one. I mean, I've lost 20 pounds, and he can't even pat me on the back and say thank you. You know, I'm proud of you that you're making that step, that you're trying. You know,
no support and no encouragement, and still name calling. Well, you've told him you feel bad. How does he react?
He doesn't care. He does not care. He does not see it as a problem. And people say, Tina, get out of that relationship. I love him. I mean, I really do love him, and it hurts me so bad. But you know what? My dad did the same thing. I don't know any better. I want to be accepted, and I know I don't have to prove myself, but
If we could ask him to make some changes, what changes would you like him to make?
Just to be supportive. If I'm crying ask me what's wrong. Be supportive. Be my, you know, I need help in that, like a backbone. I need some
Everybody
help,
needs help like that.
I mean,
everybody cries, and everybody needs help like that. I mean, you're not the only one on earth. I don't know what I would do if I was crying and my husband wouldn't say,
he doesn't touch
come on,
me.
what's wrong? You know, things like that. It's just basic. All right, let's bring Larry out, right? 4 years now. Come on out, Larry. Larry, Tina says you call her names. Most of all, she's worried about two things. You refer to her as fat, and you make her feel that she's stupid. Why?
Okay, first of all, I don't think she's fat, okay? She's lost quite a bit of weight in the last few months. A week ago, I bought her flowers, okay? I brought her home flowers, expecting her to jump all over me, get excited. It was my way of saying, hey, I've noticed you've lost some weight. Just hear me out, hear me out. I've noticed you've lost some weight, okay? That's no longer the issue. The weight is no longer the issue,
then
okay?
Larry, why don't you just tell me, hey, honey, you look great. You don't tell me. You don't tell me. Oh,
you're
flowers.
the one telling them that I don't.
You're bringing
You know where the flowers are at,
I mean,
Sally? You know where they're at? They're on the porch. She never did say thank you. Never hugged me. Now see,
you know
when
why?
I do something good, she doesn't say nothing.
It wasn't. It doesn't.
She don't tell
you don't
everybody
have to
that.
buy me a gift. It's not a matter of gift. If he would have patted me on the back or gave me a hug, that's enough. That's all I wanted.
I do.
That's all I wanted.
You see all the clothes I bought for her lately because she's lost so
But it
much
doesn't-
weight. I'm having to buy smaller clothes. I feel great about that.
I want
That's
the
great.
emotional. Why can't tell me you love me? Tell me you love me in front of all these people.
Okay, I love you.
Do you mean it?
I love you
Do you
very
mean
much,
it?
and I mean it. Matter of fact, one day I see us married. She knows damn well I love her. I'm like Al Bundy. It's just hard for me to say it.
But Larry, I don't think you love me. I think you stay with me.
Tina, if I didn't love you, okay, I have plenty of other opportunities I've had, and I've turned them down. I'm not trying to be conceited or anything like that, you know, but I don't think I'm that bad of a person. I'm actually a very good person. I've
Then why
actually
don't you
improved
tell
a
me?
lot.
I want to hear from now on every day.
No
I
problem.
love you.
No
In the
problem.
morning, in the night.
Hey,
I don't
if that's
care.
what it takes, with you doing, you've changed and everything like that, you've proved yourself, no problem.
Then why do you still call me the names? Why do you still
I
insult
call you
me?
names because you don't let me do what I want.
But
okay?
Larry,
once a week,
let me tell you
wait,
Let me tell
okay?
you
And I'm
why.
like, Sean, I don't think I should have to ask. I
You
got two
should.
bosses.
You should. We
I
have
work
a kid
40 hours a
together.
week for one, and I live with another. I don't
I
want
don't
two
care.
bosses.
We are.
I just want to be able to do my one
right,
thing.
both
a week,
of you-
know?
You know what? I don't care.
Ask. I don't think that's
I
that
tried to buy a
much.
pager for him to wear because I want to be able to get a hold of him. He can get a hold of me at any moment's notice.
We'll be right back. Beatrice, I'm really worried about you. You've been sitting here crying the whole time. Are you all right?
No, I'm not.
What's wrong?
I left 7 times and he's begging me to come back and stay. I don't talk with my mom anymore because of you.
I have your mother on the phone. Would you talk to your mother? Would you? Beatrice, I'm really worried about you. You've been sitting here crying the whole time. Are you all right?
No, I'm not.
What's wrong?
I left 7 times and he's begging me to come back and stay. He says we're gonna go see a counselor.
Do you? Do you ever go?
We went once. And it didn't even last. He moved me around the country. I don't have no friends. I don't have a job. I don't want to find a job because we're going to move anyway. I take care of your daughter every day. You don't even want to go to a park. I've been wanting to go to a park since she's been born.
I tried to take you one the other day and you said no.
A schoolyard, my goodness.
Just 'cause it
they don't
didn't
have a swing. They don't have a baby swing there. What am I supposed to let her sit there and try to hang on for dear life and push her at the same
There's other
time?
objects there besides the damn swing.
Like what?
Like you got the thing
You
that
like
spins
being
around,
rough
you got
with
the
her.
slide.
Like you got a sticker and they let her hang on?
What's it matter?
Because we do it all the time.
What's
We
the
do
matter
it
if
all
you're
the
sitting
time.
along with her? You're spending time with her. It shouldn't matter what you're doing. You're spending time with her. Who cares if you're sitting there watching TV? You're spending time with her.
I bet you I could. Where's her self-esteem? Where's her self-worth? What do you do for her? Do you tell her you love her? Do you do anything?
Yes, I do.
When? Obviously she
When
doesn't.
we're not arguing, which seems like very often.
How about do you come home and say, honey, I love you, let's go do something?
No.
Look at her, she's crying. I mean,
Sean, when I'm trying to keep up with you walking with Amber, you are like 30 miles up front of me. You are so far, and you're leaving me there. We were in the hotel, and I said, please hold Amber, because my heart hurts. I can't hold her no more. He said, lazy ass, why don't you hold her? I went to high school, and I was going to college. And I don't talk with my mom anymore because of you.
Why do you not talk to your mother?
Because my husband told me he was going to leave me in May. And he called her up and said, could she come and stay with you? And my mom said, no, I don't want to get involved with it anymore. It's not my problem.
I understand that.
And I told her, don't ever call me again. And
You
then
don't mean that, do you?
I love my mom. I miss her.
Please, yes, please tell her that you don't mean that, because you need that support, darling. Beatrice, you need that support. You really do. I want you to meet Jennifer. Jennifer and her husband, Randy, have been married 2 months?
2.5.
2.5 months. Since she had the baby, she says he's constantly criticizing her and making her feel disgusted with herself. Why do you feel disgusted with yourself?
Because he tells me I'm fat. He's told me that his uncle died, and his uncle lost a lot of weight, and he'll tell me, watch what you eat. Why are you eating that? You eat all the time. You just ate 30 minutes ago. You know, that's some of the expressions.
He's really
he uses.
obsessed with the weight.
Yes, and I've lost weight. I mean, I gained 60, 70 pounds with this last pregnancy, and I've lost probably about 40 of it.
That's pretty good. Jennifer, what was Randy like before you had the baby?
He was wonderful. He was my dream come true. I had a bad marriage before, and I felt like a queen, and everything I wanted, no matter if the bills were paid or not, he would give it to me. He bought me a new car. I mean,
And
anything.
since it's been the opposite, right?
Since the
How
baby
is your love life?
Before, it was
No, now.
wonderful. Now, whenever he feels like it, and like once, twice a week, maybe.
What about when you feel like it?
He'll say, I'm too tired. I worked all day. You don't do nothing. I work. I go to work every day, and I come home, and supper's ready for him when he comes home. I do the laundry. I do everything, and he don't do nothing but come home and kick back in the recliner with the remote. That's all he does. This is what works with Randy right here. That
A lot of
finger on
people.
the remote.
How's your love life?
Well, when we do have sex, it's like he gets what he wants, he does what he wants, forget about me, and then he'll go, and he's yelled at me after he's done his thing. He'll yell at me and be angry with me, and it's like, well, what the heck did I just do here? I mean, no, I love you, no hugging, no cuddling. I mean, I miss that.
Tina,
I want that.
Tina, why don't you tell them about last night?
Well, last night was a totally different
The last
subject.
2 weeks have gotten a lot better.
Why?
You know why
Because
it's gotten
I
a lot
lost
better?
weight?
No,
I'm
you
still
know.
the same
Well, yeah, but you know what though? Because you proved that you can do it for yourself, and also you proved that you can do it for me too.
Does it matter?
I do matter too. Yes, it does.
No, but
it does matter a lot because I want this relationship to work. If I didn't want it to work, I wouldn't be here today. I do care about you.
When are we going to get engaged or when am I
Well,
going to
let's just see how long things go good. Right now, things are going fine.
4 years.
Yeah, it took 4 years. A lot of relationships take 4 years. Wasn't somebody here together 6 years?
Wow.
Something like
Okay.
That?
Where
It
is?
hasn't worked yet.
What would you
know?
like me to do about Randy? What would you like us to tell him?
To back off. Let me do it. You know, it's obviously I'm losing it. He just needs to quit telling me. I don't care about how.
I'll let you tell him in
Okay.
front of us. Come on out, Randy. Randy, she would like to talk to you.
back off and don't tell me how your uncle lost all his weight and how, you know, what to eat, what not to eat, and how many times I should eat. Because, I mean, I'm gonna lose the weight. I'm gonna be small again. You just need to bear with me and comfort me about it. And when I tell you that I lost weight, you need to say, that's good, babe, you know, you're on a roll, you know, keep up the good work or something. Not just say, well, you still got about 20 more pounds to go.
Well, let me tell you, every morning, well, not every morning, but every time you start a diet, it'll last till about lunch.
No, you're not.
You're just loving your wife unconditionally. I don't care if your wife was 400 pounds. You should love her no matter what.
I have never told her that I didn't love her. I have never told her I didn't love her.
You should love her unconditionally. Who cares?
I'm telling her it's unhealthy and that she needs to lose weight.
Why does she need to lose weight? To make you happy? What about making herself happy?
We'll be right back.
I'm pathetically sorry for the things I've done. You know, I almost destroyed myself. I have some strict advice to you women right now, man. Leave. Walk away.
You are the Five. Get off my stage.
You know, but you gotta wait till we have the money. We can't go to see.
Why are you crying now?
Because I used to be like that.
You used to be
He still does at times. I mean, Sally, yes, he's changed a lot. Yes, he has since I lost the weight, but he still calls me the names. I can relate to every single person on this panel. You know, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people treating me and us women like this. We don't deserve it.
You know what? Everything is being said about the woman, okay? Now, what about the man's feelings? We don't hurt. We don't have feelings. All you people out there are nothing but hypocrites. All you guys have your problems.
Okay.
Too. That's all I gotta say.
You have a point. You do have a point. Stand up.
What gave any of you men the God-given right to humiliate these women? You're no better than anybody else.
If we didn't care about them, we wouldn't be
If you
here.
cared about them, you would tell them that you love them,
girlfriends
and
and
honey,
wives.
you are good looking to me, and not you have to rent a porno flick to get your kicks.
Hey,
You definitely have a
foreplay is 80% mental, all right? We can't have good... No, I don't, because we can't have good foreplay unless we look good.
This is James. James, tell me about you.
Well, I used to be a whole lot like that guy right there. You have a serious, serious attitude problem, man. And I want to say something right now. All y'all have kids, right? All y'all have kids, right? Yeah. You owe it to your kids to either get along or get out. Figure it out, man. Hey, man, I'll tell you something now. Y'all have healthy kids? Mm-hmm. I have a baby that was born with cancer, man, all right? I wasn't there when I should have been there. Now, she beat cancer. You don't understand, man. You step outside and look in. Look at what you're doing, man. Don't you? You're crumbling her into a little ball, man. How would you feel? How would you feel constantly, man, if your parents from day one told you you're an ignorant little you don't know anything. You're a peon, you're a pissant. How would you feel?
I already know.
You'd feel like a pissant. You'd become negativity breeds negativity, pal.
I already know how it feels.
Well, then why don't you be better by her, man? Like I said, grow up or grow out.
Takes two, man.
No, you're right. It does take two. It does take two.
Don't you think if you treated her positive,
aren't you mature enough to figure out if you start? All right, if there is a problem, I don't know. I don't see where she has a problem at all. At all. I see the problem lies right there, man, right inside of you.
I admit.
Would you listen to me for? As I said, I'm worried about you, and I think everybody in this world needs support. I really, honestly do. I have your mother on the phone. Would you talk to your mother?
Sorry.
Would you? Say hello, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
I'm here and I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
I always told you that no matter what or no matter who, I'm here for you. But you have to be the one to choose, not me. I can't choose for you. And you have to be tough, and I have to be strong. Because there's so many problems in this world that they will interfere with our love. But our ties can never be broken, Patrice.
That's right, because a mother's a mother, isn't it? All of her life. When did you last see Mother?
I think it was in April.
How far away does she live?
Well, I live in Texas now, so I figure it's about
1,300 miles.
somewhere around there.
1,300 miles.
100 miles. Would you like to go see Mother?
Yeah.
After the show, you can go see your mother, okay? Tell me about you, James. Tell me about you. You had a girlfriend. Tell me about it.
I had a girlfriend, and progressively, my attitude got worse, all right? Little things would set me off. I mean, I look at myself as a former tyrant because that's what I was. You know, I dominated and I controlled because, hell, I don't know. I can't offer any explanations, you know?
As to why you did it.
I
But you
can't,
know you did
I mean, everything would be a cop-out. I mean, it just happened, you know, and it wasn't right.
What changed?
What changed? Well, my daughter got cancer, okay, and at first, and this is real hard, okay? All right? At first, it was real hard to accept, and I was there a lot. You know, I went to the first couple of surgeries, and then I got to where I wanted to do what I wanted to do, you know? And I was gone. I'll say, you know what, fellas, I've been partying probably every night for the last year and a half. Every night, okay? And my little girl, I walked in her mother's house the other day, and she stood up and she said, Daddy, all right? She's 19 months old. She lost her right eye to cancer. She stood up and she said, Daddy. She sings her ABC song. She dances the Barney song. She knows who I am, and I have not been there. And I'm pathetically sorry for the things I've done. You know, I almost destroyed myself. I don't have time.
Give me a hug. Just give me a hug. There's always a chance to change. Always.
There's a chance, man, but I have some strict advice to you women right now, man. Leave. Walk away. Listen, hang on, Randy, hang on. Aside from the promises, okay? Words are empty, all right? Let's see some action. Get it on the ball, man. Go see a counselor by yourself. Don't use them. Don't. Go see a counselor
Let me
by
tell
yourself.
you something that he didn't tell you. She's left him for another man. She's gone.
She's happy.
We'll be right back. Let me tell you something that bothers me, and I think I'm at the stage where I've done it, done and seen it all. Every one of these women is upset. Not one of you has touched or held or kissed or hugged anyone. Please welcome psychologist Linda Vito to the show. Linda, these are not men who are physically abusing these women. Now, does it matter if they are verbally abusing them?
Verbal abuse is a precursor, in most cases, to abuse. And I'm talking about physical abuse. I call verbal abuse psychological violence. What the scars that are left with, you're seeing the girls in their own lives. It's amazing. I was watching backstage the dynamic that they are actually helping each other. But when it comes to what's happening in their own home, this is when they are powerless. They have no resources. Most of them are now at home. They don't have jobs. When they try and get jobs, the husband's trying to isolate them. They try to get them away from their parents. And I want to tell both of you something. I saw your little girl backstage. You know what really bothers me? You know what I'm worried about? She is very comfortable going to any woman that is backstage helping out. But when there's a guy around, she runs. You are showing your child what it means to be a man. And she is now afraid of men, all men. Whoa. One of the things, Sally, is the thing that, you know, it's a learned behavior. I don't know these, you know, the kids' personal, everybody's here personal background, but I know it's a learned behavior. They saw abuse, they heard abuse, they must have been abused to some extent or seen it really close to the family.
I think that's dead on.
And in doing so, this is what they learn. They feel powerful by making someone else powerless. Now, when they came in, and everybody saw them backstage, you know, you mentioned that, what about us? I mean, you know, the way that society works is, you probably have reasons for what you're doing, but what we're gonna do is, we're gonna see all the girls here crying, and we see them as victims. You may be a victim too, I don't know of what, but the thing is that we see them crying, we wanna help them, we don't wanna help you. You want help? You've gotta be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to say, I don't know how to be a father, a husband, a man. Everything is changing now. Stereotypes are changing. I don't know how to be successful. But there are other men who feel like you do. And violence or violence of words or violence that, you know, well, I don't want to hit her, so I'm just being mean to her. That's not an excuse. If you feel violent, you feel powerless, you're not going to feel powerful by doing this to somebody else. It's not going to happen that way. You have to feel good about yourself, and it's not by putting somebody else down.
You're going to end up very lonely. You're going to end up very lonely. I can't consciously go into another relationship knowing that I drug her through that, you know, because all I'm going to do is put someone else through it until I fix myself. So, I mean, you got to check yourself.
James.
You've got to check yourself.
And it's marvelous that, you know, that James is here to actually say, hey, I did what you're doing. I'm an expert, yeah, whatever. You know, why do I have to listen to her? He's been there. Listen to him. He's a guy.
I've never been able to say I've been there, ever, all right? Now I can say I've been there, man, and you're gonna lose something you appreciate.
Where do they get it? Where does it come from? I think once when my son was about 8 years old or 9, and he was getting very mouthy, he answered me, his mother, me back. My husband went ballistic. One time only in his entire life, I mean, did the boy ever say anything derogatory about any woman? Because you just don't do it in our house. You don't do it.
Right. Well,
but where did they get this? Did their fathers talk like this?
They learned it somewhere. They learned that it's okay to do this. It may not have been with other women that they have met, but they are also going to seek out women who are going to allow them to do this eventually. I'm sure all the girls here are going to say he was charming. He was wonderful. And, you know, there was a point at the beginning where I said to myself, maybe he's a little too much. Maybe he's a little too possessive. But you know what? They may have had low self-esteem, too. A couple of them, I heard, you know, came from marriages. And they said, you know what? This guy's flattering me. I'll put that aside. But then they start being possessive. They start isolating the women. And they start making them feel like the 2 cents that they feel.
You don't even seem very happy to me, man, but you must be, because you don't even look like you're working. I looked at all y'all faces on the screen up there, all right? He looks concerned about the situation.
He does.
He looks concerned about the situation.
He does.
You guys you've got this big, I don't know what kind of shell you put on yourself before you got here, man, but you want to know something? I can cry, all right? I can feel. You need to figure it out, man, because you're going to be lonely, very, very lonely.
Abuse, whether it be physical or verbal, usually starts in a young couple when the woman becomes pregnant or has just had a baby. Reason being, most of the time, is because the man feels, especially if he feels powerless in the relationship, he says to himself, oh my God, the attention is gonna go to the baby. She doesn't look like she did. I don't know what's happening. This is very difficult. I'm losing my ground. I'm losing my power, and it's gonna be full force. And it is physically and it is verbally.
Wow.
When you hear you're stupid, you're fat, you're ugly, you're ignorant, you're stupid, you're ignorant.
Letting them men do that to them. I'm 40-something years old. I've been in this world a long time. Ain't a man never hit me. Ain't a man never look like they're gonna beat me.
We'll be right back.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
I would like to thank Linda for being here, and James, particularly for you. This must have been I'm out of time right now, but I think this must have been one of the most difficult things you've probably ever done in your life. What we're going to do with the rest of you is dip in again into your lives in about 6 months and see how things are going. Beatrice, I hope you enjoy visiting with your mother. I think it's an important thing. I'll see you next time.